Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Shirty King. I'm working on selling my digital assets, and I have some websites with accounts with millions of dollars in them, and I just need to pay a small fee to liquidate the asset. And they have a green check mark on Google, which means the sites are authentic as well. And I'm currently hiring all positions, and working on my online storefront and my website, and I'll show you guys my website as well after this. And I'm also a mentor and a life coach as well, and I can teach you how to make money on the internet. And I'm working on my online storefront and selling my digital assets. I'm working on my webinars and my blog posts and my videos for you guys as well that I'm going to sell with you on YouTube as well. And so I also do weather modification as a corporation for the world. And through my research, I found we have more effect on the weather than previously thought. And with the Doppler we have in place, we can create rain, end rain, diminish natural disasters, and lower the temperatures. And I'm also working on applying to grants at grants.gov as well. And I'm working on my online business, and I make millions of dollars at my online business. And currently they're just in accounts at holdings that I have to pay fees and taxes for, and they're already in my name as well. And I'll work on my website as well for you guys and show you guys my website as well. But I also freelance and do sales copy and web copy for businesses, and I write about businesses to reduce revenue to their bottom line. And so I also program the weather and reality, and I'm working on programming the metaverse as well, where software meets reality. And I can teach people how to use the internet and make money with the internet as well. And I also have an advertising agency and a media agency, and I can advertise for businesses for you as well. And I can also sell things on YouTube, and I use YouTube for business as well. And I also have a brokerage where I invest in the stock market for you guys, and I kind of work like a bank as well. And I sell other businesses products and services for a commission. So I have some digital assets with millions of dollars in them that I have to pay fees and taxes for. And the most I've been offered is $32 billion, and we just have to pay $300 for it. And there were no warning signs from Google and through the email systems. So I also have some websites with accounts with millions of dollars in them that I can see. And I just need a small amount to pay for the fees in order to capitalize on them. And I will post about them on my website and my social media pages. And so I'm also a life coach. I can teach people about making money with the internet and how to use attraction. And I'm also working on my online storefront and my affiliate marketing on my website as well. And I also have a brokerage where I invest in the stock market for you guys as well. And I kind of work like a bank. And so I also do weather modification as a corporation for the world. And through my research, I found we have more effect on the weather than previously thought. And with the Doppler we have in place, we can create rain, end rain, diminish natural disasters, and lower the temperature. And it's scientifically proven to work. And I just use different techniques, and we're eventually going to program the weather with computers and the Doppler. And if you've ever seen the double slit experiment, where when you observe something, it changes the wavelength of the function, and that's what the observer effect is, and we can use it to our advantage with the Doppler and the weather. And with the power of one mind, it's possible to lower the temperatures to extremes, because I've done it before. And it's also possible to create rain and rain on wildfires, to extinguish flames, and to stop hurricanes before they start as well. And we can also stop natural disasters from happening, and we can rain in regions that need it around the world through programming and computers. And it's scientifically proven to work, and the results are right before our eyes. And scientific observation and discovery is relevant once you start to use these sort of methods. And it's important to talk about the weather the way we wish it to be, and because words affect the chemical composition of matter as well as weather in the atmosphere. And so you can also change the auras at sunset and sunrise to reflect the you can change the colors in the sky, if you will. And um, we can do it around the world, and we can do it in the United States of America. And my techniques are currently are already being used, and they have been being used for the past 10 years. And it's a shame I didn't get paid for it yet, but I plan on getting paid for it here in the near future. And so all that stuff that you see happening on the weather, that's all been a product of my techniques and my intelligence. And so I also do affiliate marketing, and I sell other businesses products and services for a commission. And I'm working on coding the metaverse and the multiverse, if you will, as well. And I think it's the software package that our atmosphere is in, because sometimes things happen within the atmosphere that are unexplainable, and they use it as like a celebration effect once you're outside and with other people as well. And so it's absolutely magnificent what is capable with our world and our atmosphere. And it could also be a simulation or a computer program, if you will. And we can use it to program hurricanes from not happening. And I also believe them to be bioterrorism weapons from Africa as well. And so we can use the Doppler and use the observer effect and visualization techniques in order to have ideal weather and lower the temperatures to normal levels, as well as create cloud cover in areas that need it. And we can create cloud cover to stop harmful UV rays from reaching Earth from the sun. And so I'm currently working on my website, and freelancing on my website currently as well. And I'm working on hiring some people to work for me. And I'm also working on applying to some grants for my website as well. And I will show you guys my website here in a little bit. And I'm going to start working more from my website and creating traffic with my website as well. And I'm going to run the world from my website essentially, and I'm going to continue to work on it on a daily basis. But I'm going to be working with LinkedIn here tonight. And this can be my application for my grant. But we're going to be doing weather modification as a corporation for the world. And through my research, I found we have more effect on the weather than previously thought. And with the Doppler we have in place, we can create rain, end rain, diminish natural disasters, and lower the temperature. And it's scientifically proven to work, and it works like a charm. And answers to the universe are held within. And so I'm working on my digital assets and my online business. And I'm going to continuously work on my online business and be enthusiastic and think about my business on the internet, and create an online forum for myself and my internet and my business, and work with getting sales within the business and sales systems on the internet as well. And we're going to be focused on the customer, and we're going to provide quality service and good business practices to our clients. And I'm going to continue to work on the internet, on the online business as well, and I will continue to write on the internet on a daily basis, continuously, 24/7. And I'm going to be enthusiastic about my business skills, and these are all affirmations you can use as well. So and then you can say I make millions upon billions of dollars on my online business, and I will receive money through all venues on the internet. And then you can work to program the internet as well within the coding and programming computers. And that's currently what I'm working on, and coding my metaverse and my multiverse, if you will. And I am selling products and services on the internet and working with mind frames, and focusing on certain aspects of my business at a time, and working on the 80-20 rule as well. And I'm getting ready to pay for the remainder of the fees here in the next couple of days on these online accounts that I have. And so I also need help paying the fees for the online accounts that I have as well. And you can email me or call me. And the most I've ever been offered is $32 billion. And we just had to pay $300 for it. And there were no warning signs on Google, or there were no warning signs through my email carrier. And so we can take the risk and invest in those, but the risk is we won't get our money back. But that's the risk we need to take if we want to invest in billions of dollars. And those are the investments that I have. And I'm going to post more about the investments on my website as well. And so I'm going to work from my website and work on my business from my website and attract traffic to my website as well. And essentially control the world from my website as well. So, um, yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm working on tonight, and I'm happy because I'm finally getting to work here. And I just need to realize that I can work on the internet at any time, and I need to focus on my online business with the internet as well, and my virtual assets, and work within finance on the internet, and keep track of my financial investments on the internet as well. And so I have a vast dialogue and an archive of emails where I can make money from them. And I advise you guys to follow me and to work with me on my business and corporation, and I might be able to make you guys money as well, or I should be able to. And that should be what you're interested is money and the internet and business. And if you're not interested in gaining financially, then they say something is wrong with you. And it's kind of like what you need to do in order to survive. And so if you're not interested in any sort of business, then it's kind of like useless being even a human being. So please be interested in business for me so we can get this done. And so I go through phases where I think about my business sometime and I'm like, oh my god, no one is interested in this shit. And then other times, like, because I don't want to be an asshole and explain to people that money is very important and I need to generate interest within my business and within my community, if you will. And sometimes I go through phases where I think I don't have any interest in my business at all, and then I go through phases where I'm getting ready to get paid like millions of dollars, and it's kind of exciting, but I don't want to get down about my life because my life is pretty exciting, and I do want to share it with people as well. And it would become even more exciting once I get followers and views within my business and my corporation as well. And I like to help people with important information that I learned from reading books on my online business and my management aspect, and consulting and mentoring and freelancing, if you will, is what I write about, things I learned through reading. And it's all data that has been noted and stated before on the internet, and I try to state the sources as well. And we're trying to keep it scientific as well for the grant aspect of my business, and working with the government as well. And we could possibly also write legal work, I guess, which is what Biden says to do sometimes. But I want to stay out of the legal system like as much as possible, because I don't necessarily believe in like a legal system running our government. And so there's different views of government, and the government should evolve to suit the needs of the people, and should evolve to like be at its peak and best government ever at all times. And our elected representatives should represent our interest and work to pay us millions upon billions of dollars. And it's legislators' job to pay the citizens as well, and to create money for the citizens. And so I'm also working on writing legislation as well. And I sometimes think that people at the grants place don't want to pay me either. But I mean, that's just like worst possible thinking scenario that I do sometimes when I sit in my room and I'm looking for a marriage and a wife and a girlfriend, and I'm looking to have kids, and I kind of want 2 boys. And I was waiting on getting paid before I found a girlfriend, so that I can support one financially and move out into my own house with one. And I'm currently living with my parents. My parents have 2 homes, and I have a brother and some family friends that I have and hang out with as well. So once I move out into my own home, I'm going to start having people over and start working from home with my business. And I was also working on exchanging my digital assets for a home as well, and exchanging the credit that I have for homes. And I'm going to get back into that and see if I can do that again tonight as well. And I'm going to see if these real estate people can just take these digital assets and give me a home with them, and then they can work on liquidating them possibly. So I'm also going to be writing an email to my email list with MailChimp.com. And I'm going to be working on Facebook Business Suite to try to make money on Facebook as well within this digital community that I have created. And I had to delete my Facebook a long time ago, and I should never give out my passwords to anyone under any circumstances, or let anyone phish me or use my account for anything that they shouldn't. And it's important that people don't do that on the internet as well, and to read the warning signs that Google has. But it's really kind of relaxed, and like no one really cares really, so no one's like a little bit too serious on the internet, and it's pretty much a safe place to do business and to do work if you do it right. And you don't necessarily need to be stalked on the internet as well. And if you do it right, then you can live a peaceful and private life, and not have to hang out with anyone besides on the internet if you want to do that too. And you can meet people off the internet. You can meet people off the internet, and that's what I'm going to eventually do when I move out into my own home. But like if you had a family and stuff, then then you can go the entire time and not have to meet anyone at all ever, and you can just do it all alone, work on your business all alone, and like not have to deal with anybody or anything, and you can just do it all from your computer at home. And so that's what the world has become. And they talk about using the internet for business as well, and using it for e-commerce and sales and business. And you can also use Zoom video for video conferencing as well. And
Very stupid people get rich.
so
Physically strong people get
yeah,
rich.
for this grant that
And sickly people get rich. So
this grant that is going to research the atmosphere, I'm going to explain what I do with the atmosphere, and I'm going to actually program the weather to suit our needs, and it has been shown whenever I program happens in reality. So I'm going to work on programming reality as we wish it to be as soon as I get paid this grant. And I can also do it for other people as a business or a service. And I can work as an online virtual assistant as well. And I'm working on my media agency and my YouTube videos and selling things on YouTube, and my blog and my video blog on my website, and LinkedIn and Facebook as well. And I'm also a life coach and a mentor, and I'm going to do weather modification as a service for our country and the world as well. And I've been working on it for the past 10 years, and my techniques are currently in use and are being used by our government. And I have been documenting it for the past 13 years, and I have noticed to be able to manage it to suit our needs. And I just need paid for this aspect of my business. And it's vital we actually get these programming up and actionable immediately for survival and for our future, and to evolve as a species. And I also passed legislation as well, and I'm planning on passing legislation and eventually running for office. And but I wanted to pass legislation as a citizen, and I know it's possible to pass legislation because they have explained that to me on Kindle. And citizens can pass legislation. I plan on passing legislation that'll make everyone $15 million, or even $30 or $50 million each, direct payments to each person, and then to pay businesses as well to keep their prices low and to develop certain products and services we need as a nation. And if you think those measures are kind of already in place, you just have to apply for it on certain websites. And I'm going to teach people how to make money and how to register their business, and I'm going to consult for the business as well. And so it's very important you guys pick me for this grant opportunity, because we have the capacity to make billions of dollars, and within the sales and business system within our communities, and it's vital that you guys do pass this and select me for this grant, because my techniques work like a charm, and I probably have the most digital assets that we can capitalize upon and make millions upon billions of dollars more with what I get offered through my email. And I teach people how to do it themselves with their email as well. But I'm gonna keep that intellectual property secret here for a little bit because I don't want anyone making more money than me. But if they have more money, then they can pay me money. So it's kind of like it's they say to keep your intellectual property to yourself for the most part. And but they say good governments are also transparent with how they work. And it's kind of like running a business and also running a government. So that's kind of what I have going on here. And I do work for the government as well. I have been emailed by very important people within our government, and they offer me investment options. And we just have to pay a little bit of a fee of a tax on the digital investments that I get offered through email. And I was told to do it. And email is a very important tool for e-commerce, and you can receive multi-million upon billion-dollar offers done through your email. And it's possible to do that, and you can program that into happening as well as say affirmations, and you can visualize it happening as well. And that's the information that can make you billions of dollars. And they do offer you billion-dollar securities, and you just have to pay a little bit of a fee and a tax on them. And it's like the major investments that we have going on within the United States, and I believe they call them securities and exchanges. And it's like banking and working within the banking system, and that's kind of what I do here at the King Organization Corporation. And I'm kind of like a Federal Reserve bond holder and distributor, so I'm like a commissioner of federal securities. And so yeah, that's a little bit about what I do for my business. And it's important that you do choose me for this grant opportunity because we can capitalize on those, and it will essentially reel the economy and reel my life, and reel the world, if you will, if you invest in me for this grant opportunity. And I also do want to do business for the United States government as doing weather modification for the government, and this can be my application for that as well, and my video message to people within government. And we can program things into happening like within reality. Like we can program Russia pulling out of Ukraine, and all sorts of things we need to happen within our world. And we can program it within computers and our satellite systems. And I do believe I have found and discovered an energy source that is within our atmosphere, and we can work to capitalize on that energy source as well. And it's kind of like electric radio. And I also document what I observe within Mother Nature and the world. And there's an awful lot of stimuli out there if you just want to pick up on it. And my place is relatively safe and secure. And I do a lot of work on the internet, and it kind of is software that if it doesn't work out, then everything's still going to be okay. And it's okay to make mistakes on the internet, and just try to do your best. And people usually forgive you for mistakes you create, like within society and like within banking and finance. And so yeah, that's kind of the valley that I went on. I studied school at Shippensburg University, and there I was studying about science and trying to become extremely intelligent, and I was a pretty intelligent student. And I learned a little bit more since the time I was in college, but I found it fascinating what I was learning. And I realized it was all done on the internet and my computer. And I do have my own curriculum as well, and I have my own online courses. And so I'm going to be working for my website and doing affiliate marketing for my website. And I'm going to be working with YouTube and selling with videos as well. And I'm going to be working on my business plan and my to-do list for my business. And I am the CEO of the King Organization Corporation, which is essentially all things King. And we're currently working on some digital assets that I have. And I would enjoy if you guys looked at these digital assets as being real, because it's the same thing other people receive as well. And not to jump to conclusions about the digital assets that I do have, and just like try to damage any one or discredit any one of my assets that I have. just through language or any sort of things that you guys use or belief, or just like any sort of dismantling or sort of discredit any sort of my financial assets. And I ask that you guys don't do that, and or try to explain to me that my digital assets aren't real in any sort of way, form, or substance, if you will, as well. So I'm gonna have some businesses look into the data that I have, and I'm gonna work with some businesses on capitalizing on my digital assets, if you will, my banknotes and my Federal Reserve notes. And the government needs to be interested in these things, because if they're out there making money off of them, then the government needs to be aware of these. So if the government's not aware of them, then anybody can steal from anybody and not pay someone money. So the government especially needs to be aware of these sort of things, and informed about the same information that Google has as well. And we all are the government, and everyone is the government. So yeah, we all should be aware of these sort of things. So I believe email is the way you can become wealthy, it is a possible way to become wealthy, and to realize you can become wealthy with the internet and through email, and to believe in it and believe it is possible. And then you need to be interested in it as well, and to work with me on my digital assets. And the government needs to be aware of this data that I have on my internet, and I need to work for the government in this way, for this grant funding opportunity. And I also need to write legislation for the government as well, and I'm planning on giving everyone